Brilliant. It's brilliant. It's some of the best things I've seen on YouTube.
Friends,
enemies,
internet losers.
I have returned. I am Kung Fu Colin.
I'm Wicked Babs.
I am Ivor, 1977.
I'm Billy Julio. And welcome to the Baron S. Cameron Show.
And welcome to the Baron S. Cameron Show.
And welcome to the Baroness Cameron Show.
And welcome to the Baroness Cameron Show.
This is a show about a Baron, but he isn't the real Baron, like Baron Greenback or Baron Munchausen, but he is a Baron. This is a show about him and all of his imaginary friends. This is the Baron S. Cameron Show.
Bonjour. And now a message from the People's Party for the Democratic Liberation of Popular Front's Party.
We are here to help you.
Warning, some side effects may occur, including loss of freedom, loss of liberty, loss of life, and some rectal bleeding. In fact, support of the People's Party for the Democratic Liberation of Popular Front's Party may result in... What do you...
Everything is fine. Love the leader.
World Report, bringing you all the news that we think you need to know and nothing that you don't. And now, here's Baron S. Cameron.
Hello, I am Baroness Cameron, and welcome to the Baroness Cameron Show, World Report. All the news we think you need to know, and none of the stuff that you don't. West Vancouver, Canada, usually thought of as the last bastion of obscene yuppiedom, but we are getting reports that a battle has been raging for most of the day. We now take you live to our frontline correspondent, Bob. So, Bob, what is the situation like in West Vancouver right now? Yes, Baron, things are pretty tense here right now. There was a large-scale battle earlier this morning at a local Starbucks when a soccer mom did not get low-fat milk in her latte. The advance was halted, however, when none of the soccer moms were able to put their Hummers into 4x4. So things have quieted down then. Well, it's 6 in the evening here now, and the streets have quieted down quite a bit. But authorities fear an escalation in the violence once the yoga classes and pottery classes end for the evening. Bob, we've been getting reports that frontline journalists have become nothing more than just thrill-seeking cowboys. Can you comment on this? No, I hadn't heard anything about that. Well, there you have it. We will keep you updated throughout the day on the developing story from West Vancouver.
The battle for West Van is brought to you by Starbucks and by Lockheed Martin Playtime Division, because every child deserves weapons of mass destruction.
Mr. Shakespeare, how long do you think people are going to keep laughing at this stupid gag? I really want to know. Signed, Little Billy.
Dude, you got owned!
Attention viewers, next week the role of Mr. Shakespeare will be played by 1 million monkeys typing on 1 million typewriters. Thank you.
Paperback writer.
Hello and welcome to the Book Report. Today we are going to be doing one of my absolute favorite books in the whole world, and that is On the Road by Jack Kerouac. I actually have 3 copies of this book. This one is 50 years old. I have another one which isn't, and I also have a copy in French. I don't actually read French, but I had a friend who was going to Quebec and asked me if I wanted anything, and I said, yeah, bring back a copy of On the Road in French. There you go. It was written by Jack Kerouac, as I said, and he was one of the beat writers, not beatnik, beat. And the original manuscript for On the Road actually is a 120-foot roll of paper, because he didn't. He wanted to play his typewriter like a jazz musician played a saxophone, and so he didn't want to ruin his rhythm by having to change the pages. So, as I said, it's a 120-foot scroll. It was sold for about $2.5 million a couple years ago, which is the most that's ever been paid for an original manuscript. It was bought by Jim Isray, who is the owner of the Indianapolis Colts. As I said, he wrote it in about 20 days, and it's the story of his trips back and forth across the U.S. in the late 40s, early 50s. And it's an incredible book. And the thing that I think is most incredible about it is if you actually tried to do what he did, you'd end up in jail about 15 times. That's sort of how things have changed. But it's one of my favorites, and it's inspired a lot of people, not only to do the things that they've done, but to become the people that they are. And some people refer to it as the Bible of the Beat Generation, but it is definitely one of American literature's greatest works. There's a lot of people out there who would really disagree with me, who really just don't care for Jack Kerouac at all. I mean, you either love him or you hate him, but I think that you should all find out for yourself. That's On the Road by Jack Kerouac.
Today we are going down, down, down into the beautiful Burgundy province of France, where we are going to stop at a small farm just outside Chalon-sur-Saône.
Hello, everybody, or should I say bonjour? Today I'm going to be telling you a little story about a place that is, without a doubt, one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. And in the intro there, that Google Earth shot is actually the very farm. I just happen to have some old video of the place, and I located a couple of street signs that actually allow me to find it on Google Earth. So there you go. Technology, gotta love it. Anyway, back to Chalon-sur-Saône. We were staying in this absolutely gorgeous, I mean, it's a farm, but it was like a compound. And I had a massive, massive barn, and the main house, and the guest house, and the workhouse. Just a beautiful landscape all around. And one of the arches on the barn had a sort of a keystone in it that was dated 1752. So this guy's barn was older than the Confederation of my country. Anyway, he was a business friend of my father's. Really, really great guy. And he took us out to see this vineyard, like where they made wine. And it was an ancient place, old stone walls, oak beams, you know. We looked around the main floor, then we went down one. And sort of looked around, there's, you know, oak kegs everywhere, and there's that. And then we went down to the very, very bottom, subterranean level. And the oak kegs there were, you know, you could skateboard inside them. They're absolutely huge. This wine was, you know, just to look at it cost you $1,000. So we're down there, and the lighting is dim, and they're testing this great, super expensive, top-of-the-line wine from Burgundy, France. And what does Baron say? Why does it smell like vinegar down here? So, you can imagine the kind of response that I got for that. But the wine there really must do something for people, because I was out in the street outside his house just videotaping the landscape, and I see this cyclist coming towards me, and he gets closer and closer and closer, and as he turns the corner he waves, and the guy's probably about 400 freaking years old out there in the French countryside riding his bike. So I don't know, If you're feeling ill, just have a glass of wine. Maybe it'll do you some good.
We don't get fooled again.
Hello and welcome to BSI. On this segment we will be looking into the age-old question as to whether or not George Bush truly is an idiot or if he just plays one on TV. What are you guys doing here? This is Power... You guys can't be... What?
And now a message from the People's Party for the Democratic Liberation of Popular Front's Party.
I like the leader. I love the leader?
Why are there so many songs about rain?